Hi everyone, today we'll be going to see how to perform SQL injection using manual and automated tools. So in some previous video we have done the same thing by using SQL injection, but that was in order to gain admin access. But today we'll be using SQL injection to extract data from the web application. So for that, let's open up our Kali. Okay, so I have here Firefox open. You also need to open broken web apps. Provide the URL for the broken web apps. Okay, go to Matilde, go to WASP 2013 SQL injection, extract data and user info. So this is the login form. As you know, in SQL injection we'll provide some payload. So this is the payload. Just press enter and you will get all the details of the users. So the username, password along with the signature or some secret. That was for manual tools. Now let's go to automated tools. So let's now move on to automated methods. For that we'll be using SQL map. So it is an open source tool used in penetration testing. Basically it automates a task of SQL injections. So you all know the basic idea if you know some basics of DBMS. That is, if you know the database name, you can easily identify what are the tables present in it, and if you know the table's name, you can identify what are the columns and what is the data that is stored in the columns. So this will be our basic idea to be followed. So let's open up our terminal. Okay, so here we'll be using SQL map. Now we will be using BWAP in order to perform this experiment. Let's open it real quick. BWAP. Okay, just find here SQL injection login form and click on hack. Okay, so this is your basic login form. Yes, so SQL map requires three important things in this experiment. The first thing is the URL, so which we can get it for easily from here. The second thing is the cookie, which I'll show you how to get it, and the data. So let's start with our experiment. We'll write SQL map. We'll write -u that this is a URL. So now we need to specify a URL. Let's copy this, paste it in the terminal. Okay, so we are done with the first thing. The second thing is we need to provide a cookie. So how to get a cookie? Just go to burp suite, turn on the intercept, click on login here. So you will get a cookie and you'll also get the data. So this is our data line. Let's go back to the terminal. Copy the cookie. Just write minus cookie equals double quotation and paste the cookie. Okay, now the next thing is data. So just write minus data equals quotes. Just copy this line and paste it. So these are the mandatory things that we require in this experiment. Now first we need to identify what is the name of the database. So for that we will write minus current DB, basically saying what is the database that is currently being used by this by the website hosted on this URL. So just press enter. Okay, so you got the database here. So the current database being used is BWAP. Let's now change this command. So we know the database, so we'll specify the database by writing -d. The database name is BWAP. Now we need to identify what are the tables. So just write minus tables and write minus dump. So this dump, what it basically does is it dumps all the tables that it finds into this terminal. Just press enter. Okay, so you got all the tables here. So from the attacker's point of view, you won't be interested in this blog, heroes or movies table. You will be interested in this users table. So since we know what is the table name now, we can specify it and change up our query a bit, just like we did it previously. So let's write -t. We are interested in the users table. Okay, and now we need to know the columns. So same as before, write minus minus columns and press enter. Okay, so in the users table there are these many columns. So we are mainly interested in this login and password fields. Now you know what are the names of the column. So let's just see what is present in the columns. Let's see the data actually. So let's write here -c. So we are interested in login and password. Press enter. Now here we will go with the default values. So the capital ones are the default. Let's press here N and here Y. Okay, so you got the username and the password. Basically this number is actually the hashed password and this is the plain text of the number. So let's try to log in with using these username using these credentials. So for that first we need to turn off the intercept. So it is saying here welcome B. Let's just log out from here. Okay, the username was capital AIM and the password was bug. Okay, so we have successfully logged into some other user's account, and that was it for this experiment. So see you next time.